Hi, I wanted to take a minute and talk about a topic that's been on a lot of people's mind, which is, will WeWork make it? And, before I go down the road of bashing them, which I think a lot of people have done, it's also important to talk about some of the important things that WeWork did. And they did define a category. I would say that there's a lot of startups, a lot of companies that were able to get their start in an environment and with flexibility that they could not have gotten anywhere else. And I think that's important. And, when I say these things, sorry, my daughter's in the corner. But when I say these things, I mean it also not just as a real estate professional, but as a user of the product. And before WeWork came to be, if you were a young, small company, it took a pretty significant investment, if you're, let's say, 10, 15, 20 seats, just to get a spot, much less if you were 3, 4, or 5 seats. And so what WeWork did is they've enabled this whole startup technology boom over the past 10 years to get their start. Now, if you were to ask me whether they're going to make it, I don't know that they're going to make it in the same way that they did. I think the days of 80 square feet per person, I think those days are done. So if they're going to survive, they're going to have to shift their model. But the interesting part is what happens when they do that, right? If they go into a much less dense model, then in order to make the economics work, their pricing will go up. And I think the thing that's going to be interesting to take a look at, there's sort of two separate topics. The first is the reemergence of the 2 to 10,000 square foot market. And I would say that that market took a pretty big hit as WeWork and other co-working providers started to grow and supply and fill that part of the market. And then the second thing is, what are all these small businesses going to do that, and startups that were relying on a WeWork style product to get space? Hi. To get, you can stay in the video, but to get a WeWork style product that allowed them to get a start, come into space, have flexibility to grow or shrink, and be able to do it really inexpensively. And I think that that part of the market is going to be really, really interesting to watch. So with that, I'm going to be writing a piece about the next chapter of WeWork and companies like it, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and comments on it. Zoe, do you have anything else to add to that?
This is my daddy and this is me, and I love my daddy.
No, I love you too. All right, that's a cut.